Now, our guest today made a name for herself as the official queen of the high street. Now she's releasing a tell-all book about her life and legacy spanning decades in the fashion industry. Please welcome Mary Portas. Lovely to see you. First thing, can I just say, I'm loving the hair. I haven't seen you for so long because you had the red hair, the bob. This is amazing. I love it.
This was my lockdown hair because it started to... Everybody had the jokes going around, didn't they, where everybody's, all of us lined up going to the hairdressers with a big sort of mark in the middle where it had grown through. And I just sort of thought, I'm going with this. And it's, yeah, but that's 5 years ago now, yeah. So it's been ever since lockdown, and it was kind of quite free.
Yeah.
I was going to say, because people probably won't recognise you as much.
It's also free.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, you really don't get recognised anywhere near as much. And also, it just felt like I was also going into a kind of new vibe in my whole life as well. Yeah. So it just is my hair of my 60s.
Well, it's gorgeous. But listen, we weren't here to talk about your hair.
No.
But I had to mention it. The new book, and this is your fifth book?
I think so,
fifth
yes.
book?
Yes.
The 90s Harvey Nics and me. So Harvey Nics, straight away we think, oh, that was really cool. Harvey Nics, it was the place to be. It's kind of Brit-pop time, 90s. How old were you when you went to work there?
Well, I turned up there at 28. And I'd been the display manager at Topshop. Oh, my God, look at that picture of me. Stop putting these up. Oh, God.
Show that again?
I was probably red, yeah. Look how serious that's when it floated.
Wow.
And, yeah, I was 28 and I'd come from Topshop. And I turned up to be the head of display and visual merchandising at Harvey Nichols. And I came looking like Cyndi Lauper in all my sort of Topshop gear, and everybody was Sloane Rangers. Yeah. End of the 80s. I think we sort of forgot that. It was all sort of pearls and it was posh.
Yeah.
Luxury was posh. Yeah. You know, this was before the brands really took off. And it's really the story of my 10 years and ending up as their creative director and the sort of wonderful 90s and the crazy stories behind the scenes. It's kind of like Mr. Selfridge on acid.
You say the crazy you say the crazy stories. I kept mentioning in our links and things about Alexander McQueen, also a huge name in fashion.
Yes.
And you were quite surprised when you met him. That was at Harvey Nics.
Well, the buying director, actually the head of designer buying, I remember the lovely... When you work in a store, which I love, and one of the things that you just don't get from being online or digitally buying, but you always you bumped into each other. You ran across, if you wanted to see the head of fragrance, you ran to their fragrance office or you met on the shop floor. And I always used to pass the buying office, and whenever the buyers were finding something they loved, they'd go, Mary, come in, can you give us a window on this? Can you market this? And I remember her, she grabbed me and she said, come and meet this guy, this incredible designer. And this guy was just sitting there with a shaved head and sort of jeans that were hanging around, and he had a Tesco's carrier bag. And she said, show Mary that jacket. And he pulled out just what was the most exquisite thing I had. And I wouldn't know in the way that they knew, the designer buyers, what really beautiful design was, but I just remember being completely blown away.
And, of course, he trained on Savile Row, didn't he?
He
so
did.
he was a proper tailor. He knew how to make things. I wanted to ask you, because I know nothing about shops, other than I know I love shopping, and I know when I walk into a shop whether I like it or not. Just the feel of it, it makes me want to walk in, it makes me want to look, it makes me want to buy stuff. What is it that I'm experiencing when I walk into one shop that I love and another that I don't?
Well, it's something that's, and this is what I talk about in the book, and I talk about the foreword of that, it's an actual feeling of a kind of where harmonious things come together that go, this feels like my place. And that can be whether you turn up in a restaurant, whether you actually even go to someone's home, you know, God, I can sit here and have a cup of tea.
The young people call it the vibe, I believe.
Yes. Well,
am I right?
I think you can probably
You don't
call
want to
it
go in if they've got the big light on.
The big light,
and restaurants and how or in the fitting room.
Overcrowded rails.
Yeah. But it's everything, so it depends on what age you are. See, someone might love overcrowded rails if they're young, and it's like a market and the music's blasting out, and you've got some dude...
That make me walk straight out.
You'd walk out. So it's that lovely magic. I call it the alchemy, when it comes together, and it's never just one thing. It might be that you've walked in the windows and you think, God, that mannequin looks good, I love that outfit, and the woman who comes up to you actually speaks to you, connects with you, and you love what she's styling. There might be wonderful music playing in the background that feels in line with what you enjoy. The smell, they might have candles, they might not. It's all about the alchemy, and I think we're returning to that interest that we can talk about.
Your attention to detail, as we've seen with all your TV shows, is, you know, absolutely on point and very important to you. And I know even at Harvey Nics that you had this amazing title. You would literally walk around the shop floor in the evening and checking things and checking the displays. And then you found something unusual in a Ralph Lauren
Someone had left
display.
It's true.
a vacuum or something, is that
Well,
right?
I used to love, one of my favourite things before I had kids, I used to work on late in the store, you know, and I loved it because there's something just so weirdly wonderful. You know, it's all quiet, the lights are out, and I was in my office and we were launching Ralph Lauren Home. And it was only a department that was probably half the size of the studio, but all the American stylists flew over to style it. And it was like, Ralph likes his glasses just like this. This is how the bed has to be turned down. And it was just this insane detail, which is what made Ralph Lauren extraordinarily successful. And he was flying over the next morning to launch the department. So I thought, I'll just pop out and make sure that it's looking so beautiful because he's going to be in here at 10 a.m. And I saw a Hoover in the middle of the department. And I thought, oh, I'm going to kill someone, you know? This is one of my team have left a Hoover. Ralph Lauren's coming tomorrow to launch this. And then I saw the bed was moving and two of the cleaners were in having sex. And yeah, they parked the Hoover and we're having a lovely little evening.
It's like a Tracy Emin installation.
Yes,
I mean, sometimes you just have to take your moment, don't you? You have to take your moment. Mary, we could talk to you all day. Sadly, we never have enough time. Mary Portas, I shop, therefore I am, is available now. It's so good to see you. Come back anytime. Some amazing stories here, especially if you're around and shopping in the 90s. Thank you very much, Mary Portas.